the show. What this show is I do live blind riffing of movies, old movies that are in a public domain. Uh, yes, it's a little bit Mystery Science Theater, it's a little bit riff tracks, and it's 100% made up. It does not, I'm not using scripts like those other peeps do. So these are going to be really bonkers and not always great, but usually more funner and easier to do, and I don't have to do any homework. So let's talk about tonight's movie, Atom Age Vampire from 1960. It's a foreign film. It's a horror film. After a beauty is mangled in a car accident, a researcher uses a treatment he has created to restore her to her former self. However, the treatment he has created to sorry, I read the previous line. However, the treatment comes at a high price. ... This was originally an Italian film titled Sedac l'Heredité di Santana. That's my Italian, which was later dubbed into English and retitled Atomic Age Vampire. Atomic Age Vampire. Are you ready? Let's do this. Oh. That is hot. That is hot. I think it's really hot at the start, though. We're just going to let it be hot. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, it's animated. I didn't know this was a cartoon. Oh. That's really good. That's already great. Okay, this is just gonna be a good time. Produced by Mario Fava. This movie is a fava bean. Sergio the Phantom Fantoni. Ooh, Roberto Bertia in the role of Sacha. And also Ivo Guarani with the loungy vibe. And McNamara. Oh. Ooh. It was just me and the vampire. Ooh, I'm listening to myself in real time from my iPad. This is so good. Oh, levels. Whoa.
Pierre.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Zapped myself.
I won't be a minute.
Ooh. What?
Try to get it through your head, Jeanette.
This is backstage at the community theater.
Goodbye.
I must be going.
Pierre.
It's all over. You had your choice. Either me or the so-called profession you're working at. You're still working, so that means I'm through.
Oh, please don't treat me like this. You know your ship is about to sail.
Better for us. It's easier if I go away.
Easier to what? To suffer even more than we both have already? You know we belong to each other.
That's so easy. That's the easiest thing to do.
No.
Wow. Well, this movie starts with a bang.
Yeah.
Better move on. There's a mob of
Whoa,
people out there.
different
They want you
Pierre.
to do another number.
I won't do another number. I'm fed up with this job.
I quit my so-called profession. At the El Hogar. Something tells me that this beauty is about to be involved in a car accident. Is she driving a pumpkin? Oh, no. Wow. Steering pretty hard for a straightaway. Oh no. It's a Matchbox car. They don't... Actually, I think it's a real car. Why is it on fire though? How many clowns are in that car?
Miss Molyneux?
The only thing left was her mouth.
Anything today either. I thought you might like a nice cup of tea. In almost 3 months, hasn't it? Yes, more or less. And 2 more days now.
I could read the truth. In the eyes of Professor Moray, there isn't a bit of hope for me. Mutilated.
When the prof has a face with the truth in its place, that's
Might
a
as well be
moray.
But it won't make any difference to someone who really loves you.
Oh.
I don't want to be pitied by anyone.
We're doing that sort
especially
of
by him.
deist
Leave me alone.
love versus looks dualism, huh? Is that what we're doing?
At least drink a cup of tea.
Leave me alone.
She needs a tea straw, didn't you know that?
She has no family here, not even friends close enough to worry about her. The newspapers made that clear. Go to her. Does anyone know you in that clinic?
No one.
And no one must know that Jeanette Moreno is coming here.
No one.
Sneak the key into
I
your
have
hair.
complete faith in you as always. And I know that I shall succeed.
You're going to need me. I'll be here, Albert.
What? You're supposed to kiss it. Your face, should you choose to accept it. Who is that? She should never have gotten with a 1970s TV star. Oh no! Ugh. Damn that jazz face. Damn my saxo face. That's a face that you got when your car went off the edge of that road. She's already got the right hair for it, though. She looks like a slightly differently, completely beautiful person. I don't know how she's gonna resolve this. Oh.
No.
What?
You mustn't give up all hope yet.
This movie moves.
Who are you? Don't ask me questions. There isn't time. I'm an
You just
assistant to a
did.
great scientist who has come to hear of your case and wants to know more about you. He wants to give you treatment.
The treatment.
What's the use of treatment?
What's the use?
Um,
You have to believe me. We have discovered a new therapy together, and it's miraculous. I guarantee it.
it's called OMing.
Hello, Leroy. Hi. Now, don't tell me you're here because you want to interview me.
You don't think so? Well, then I won't tell you that. Did you read about that girl?
Who do you mean?
Ah, come on. What about this
Ah, don't
big
flash
headline?
me,
Jeanette
bro.
Moreno, happy and beautiful as ever. Think of the mad publicity for your clinic here.
Sure, but that's one headline you are never going to see in print.
Why not?
Doctor, we're waiting for your
At
round.
your service.
Because
So
he's
long,
going to
Leroy.
take
See
your
you around.
eyes.
No secrecy is necessary. And I mean absolutely.
Now smoke
Not
this.
a word to a soul. This is the only hope you have. Keep
Trust
that in
me.
mind, always. You will drop out of sight for a short time. 3 or 4 weeks at the very most. And when you reappear, everything will be as it was before. As if you had awakened from a horrible dream. Don't you believe me?
Your face has to lay low.
Well, then do just as you wish. I have never been to see you,
Pad see you.
but we'll be expecting you.
Ooh.
Now, don't disappoint me.
Ciao. This movie would be so much different if it came
I am
out
not
after
being
they
immodest
invented
when I speak of a
concealer.
whole new era in the field of biology and
Sideways Tetris!
The destructive and degenerative effect of atomic explosions have driven scientists more than ever before into research involving methods and processes of regeneration,
What?
rebuilding abnormal or totally destroyed cells. It is completely successful in correcting abnormal cell growth as well as in restoring cells which have been destroyed.
It even added
It often
ears to
grows
these
out of
rats.
evil. Derma 28 has grown out of Derma 25.
Is that the
serum
narrator?
which provoked and accelerated abnormal development
Is
of
he
cells.
speaking to us through
I
his
finally
mind?
succeeded in stabilizing its effect. I produced the anti-cancer vaccine, which for years had been the major goal of the most important scientific research.
They're still working out of somebody's living room. Look, that's a
Repeated
built-in.
experiments using Derma 28 on specimens deformed by injections of Derma 25 prove its miraculous efficiency beyond a doubt. A single injection of Derma 28
Turn off the narration. It burns. Dharma
What are you-
28.
What are you doing? Don't you realize? Why, you must be completely insane.
Yes, it's the Derma 25 serum that we've been injecting in so many of those poor little animals.
Transforming
It's
them
made
into
me
monsters.
completely
You're aware of
insane.
its effects. Look at that. Come on. You'll have to be exposed to treatment at once in the radiation chamber.
No, give me an injection of Derma 28.
But you know it's never been tried on human beings. I wouldn't have the courage.
That's just why I did it, to force you to have the courage.
No, let's wait for that girl, Jeanette Morino.
No, I want to share this honor with you. I've never been as near to you before as I am at this moment, and you will always remember it.
Forced by ethics.
We don't need you.
Sasha,
Oh.
don't be troubled about me. When it's all over, you can bring me some roses. Leave
What?
us now.
God, this movie flies. Now go upstairs.
Quickly, every second we have is precious.
Every drop of Derma 28
If we could only
represents
put time in a
months of
bottle.
work and anxiety, and when the day comes when we can prepare it as rapidly as we do Derma 25...
Give me your arm. Yes.
The tremendous
There
speed
is
at
no
which
doubt.
everyone moves in this
There is not
film
the
and
slightest
the
doubt any
disrespect shown by that.
You see? It removes every trace of degeneration of cell structure. This is a day that comes but once in a lifetime.
The only thing left on your arm is
That is
nurture.
That's right. I shall always remember everything you've done for me.
Because I created an
Tell me
extra
that in
brain
some
for
other way.
myself.
Tell it to Monique, not your assistant.
Tell it to my heart.
We'll celebrate this evening.
Somebody
No.
farted.
Let's both stay home.
Fart joke
Together,
number one.
with our records.
Together with our records.
One moment.
I'll get the Bee Gees. Hey, Rorak and Daddy Dagoth and Sinister Aish and Mookie and Rob Loach.
Why do you look at me that way?
Why not?
For a moment there, you seemed to be performing some sacred ritual.
Lady Gaga?
Yes. It was a ritual. Come.
Will Ferrell? To the bedrooms. They're making a dippy bird. Signora Inconspicuosa! Oh, he's the character actor who's not allowed to speak.
So you've come to us. I'm happy to see you. And your luggage?
In the check room at the station, as you instructed.
Where's the ticket?
No, we said to leave it in the Polish room.
Are you sure that no one knows you've come here?
Positive.
Go and pick up her luggage.
She got a new ID for her
Let's go
face.
into the study. Professor Levin will join us in a moment.
This isn't like a clinic.
No, it's not a clinic. It's the place where Dr. Levin studies and does his work. with
It's a
you.
clinique.
Come now.
If you like Dr. Levin, just wait until you meet Dr. 12. But look out for Dr. 7.
Show me your face.
How dare.
Show me your face, I said.
Jesus. I have to zoom in just to see whatever's supposed to be wrong with it. Yeah,
No doubt of it. Yes. She's disfigured forever.
you've had slight
By
acne.
cancer that's beyond control, like leprosy.
There's no one who can help me now. No one. Let me go away, please.
I give you my word that I will restore your faith. Restore all your beauty.
You're worse than all the others. Because you want to deceive me.
Don't talk like that.
Now pull yourselves together. We have succeeded in discovering a great secret.
Have we?
The secret of spontaneous reproduction of living cells.
It's the secret of life itself.
The secret of life
Well,
and also of death.
budding.
Just now, I deliberately spoke of cancer, of cells which proliferate unexpectedly at the expense of the organism until they have destroyed it. Well, with this remarkable discovery, we have succeeded in creating spontaneous reproduction of cells. We can rebuild cells which have been destroyed. We have tamed the monster which once devoured us.
We can make them
Made it
stronger.
serve our own ends.
You must be now. It's a miracle. And you'll be the first person in the world to benefit from it.
I shall perform this miracle.
I've never believed in miracles. I've even forgotten how to pray. Oh, please let me go now. Rather than go on, I'd prefer...
How can you ever hope to live in this world with an off cheek?
You'd prefer to kill yourself.
Ugh.
If you've given up all hope, why didn't you do it before this?
Don't you see that would just make your other cheek worse, too?
And you know it.
She knows. They all told her that.
All right. Let me kill myself.
Right now.
No.
If you really are so desperate, take your own life if you want to.
Wow.
Yes. I'll give this back to you. But only on that day when you look me in the face and tell me that I failed you. Do you understand, Jeanette? But until that day comes...
That's his guarantee.
Will you try?
No, I beg of you.
Early plastic surgeons were very intense.
I've had a room prepared. Oh, I'll bear.
And now we must take her upstairs.
Nurse, what did I tell you about hugging?
Beautiful?
Didn't you hear about it?
No, I didn't hear anything about the accident. I was at sea. We had just sailed.
Why, I'm as straight as this hallway.
You mean today she had all her belongings collected from the hotel tour and had them delivered here at the clinic?
It's all beyond me. She told her she was going back to that apartment hotel where she lived. The same hotel tour.
Jeanette must still be in town.
Well, it might mean that she's gone away. There can only be one explanation.
Well, she's either in town or
And
she's
that's
gone
not happy
away.
to betray a secret. Janet Moreno didn't want you to see her again as she is.
Pasha!
Meanwhile, in a totally okay and utterly ethical laboratory.
Pasha! You let the generator go out? You drunkard, I'll teach you!
Jesus. Bold as strike. That's what you get for asking for a line when you're not in the guild. Everything's fine. Everything's great. We're gonna need to hook up these PDP-8s so we can calculate some more cells for you. Who's been forging rings? Time to mine some more stem cells. What is going on here? What the hell is going on? How many movies is this? Sledgehammer out of the slammer. What? Meanwhile, in another movie. Hey! 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 Is this intermission? Intermission and out the other. Hey! Oh! Extra band. She doesn't actually work here. She's just a thief. Hey, she can see us.
Talk it up, Andre.
Thank you very much, Mr. Trevor. Shall I add some soda?
I won't be long.
Arlette, where are you going?
I'll be back.
It does seem impossible for a person to disappear overnight, as it were, without leaving a trace. Here, give me another one.
You heard him. But it won't help anything.
2 scotches, right away.
What her pride had done to Jeanette.
Your job, present. Oop. The rest of that routine is on
First,
the
the
editing
derma
room
must be
floor.
applied through an incision. Scalpel.
Doctor, I've come to an incision. I mean a decision.
Swab.
Ooh.
Clamp. Derma.
Clamp.
It has no effect.
No matter how many clamps we use.
Derma injection.
Ringers. That computer is singing. Clamp.
Nothing. Still no result.
What a binge.
Good night.
Good night, grandfather.
Long.
Yes, you still here?
I'll help you home.
Is it too late?
Yeah, it's much too late.
Let me give you a lift in my car.
I love
Not a
you.
drop of the serum left. 5 injections without any effect at all.
The
And I know I
Dippy
was
Bird's
not
been drinking all day, but
It took
he's
effect on
no
you.
heavier
Then
with
you
water.
apply it immediately. In the case of cells that are destroyed, you will have to make continuous applications.
It's a surgery
that's
break.
correct. But it will take months to prepare serum enough.
Can we really keep her
We'll
under
find
that
another
long?
subject when we've a new supply of Derma 28.
And let her go around telling everyone what we did to her? We'll have to kill her. And besides, what if the Derma
They
28
really
should
are
have
just
some
taking
unusual effect on her?
a smoke
Don't
break
forget
in
the
the middle of
derivatives from Derma
surgery.
25.
This is good.
I can't bear to think of her becoming
A monster, is that it? You worry too much about her. Albert,
Give me another, bartender.
look there.
Huh? She's alive. Well, she was. Whoa. Whoa. A miracle of cosmetology.
You shouldn't have been pessimistic. I never had a moment's doubt.
Bring me something to
Oh,
drink,
sure.
Albert.
if you don't mind.
Bring me a wedding ring. Leave me alone with the patient for a while. A professional caress. Watch as he gently removes the hair hat. Remove my own hair hat.
Here we are. Let's make a toast to our victory.
First, take her upstairs.
What? Oh, this is a date for them.
Albert.
He's so hairy, he's known as El Bear.
Look there. And the state of shock is completely over. There can't be any more doubt of it. We've won. Doesn't it please you?
Yes. But right at the moment, all I'm able to feel is sheer exhaustion. It's as if I were afraid.
Of what?
Will there be after effects now? Will the regeneration of cells continue as it should?
I'm sure it will.
I thought this was a musical.
Have I slept too long?
Why am I in
You.
a four-post bed?
It's Professor Levin, the man who has... Give me your hand.
He's your husband now. Oh. We could finally get married. Well, that escalated quickly.
I owe you more than my life itself.
Jeanette!
You scruffy little nerf herder.
Get back in bed now. You have suffered great physical shock with all this. You've recovered, yes, but we must wait a bit. We must
No
be
more
certain
funny
what the
stuff
results
until you're all healed.
are. Absolutely sure.
Hey there, what, my
Don't
bad?
doubt it, Jeanette.
Good to see
A
you.
miracle has happened to you.
A miracle on
And you will
34C.
remain with us until we are sure that we can proclaim it to the entire world.
Just a normal night of doctoring.
Another one?
Another one.
3 months later.
Don't you feel happy? Don't you want to laugh and sing for joy?
And Monique? I wonder why she hasn't returned.
I suppose she has an experiment she's working on.
Called
Anyway,
moving
isn't it
out.
better like this? We are seldom without Monique.
I liked it when there was a little less Neek.
No. All of it.
Is Monique down there playing the typewriter? Did you drink the M&Ms?
What do you want here?
Guess we'll never know.
Do you remember how you embraced me when you first saw that you were cured?
Put another railing in the fire.
What was then gratitude has already become love.
You shouldn't believe that. If I loved you, I would surely tell you.
Say, you can't know that unless you're a
I'll tell you.
psychologist.
You loved me. You weren't able to see clearly inside your heart, and you're
Okay.
still too upset by everything that has happened in your life. But you love me. You
Okay.
must know you love me.
Okay.
I have snatched you away from desperation and from death. It is I who restored your beauty. It is I who need you. I'll never be able to live without you.
He's a vampire, but for mouths.
Albert.
No, Jeanette.
I'm Bear.
You are nothing if not mine.
You are everything if not
You belong
your...
to me.
Wow, he really... Oh no. I only have possession of
Wait
her
a
so
moment.
long as her
I'd
face
almost
doesn't
forgotten.
turn back to how
Excuse
it
me
was.
one moment.
I have to quickly read.
Albert. Tell me what it is.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
The only thing that can harm you now is true love's
No,
kiss.
Monique. Monique! Monique! Monique!
Oh, I don't know what's wrong. It's just though my face were on fire.
Sit down here a moment. You'll be all right.
Monique, I don't understand. Albert. What's wrong with me?
I am here, Jeanette. Just relax. You're very tired.
Now she will sleep soundly for several hours. Time is pressing.
Not a lot of
Over to the
asking, but a lot of
laboratory.
telling.
It must be a success. It must be, understand?
We must be a family
No
now.
longer on me.
Monique!
She means more to you now than just an experiment.
Monique!
She's a
I
word to you
cannot do
now.
it without you.
Then I'll make a condition. You know what it is.
Yes, never see her again. I give you my word, believe me.
Again, a lot of telling.
Sasha, help us carry her to the laboratory.
Whoop. He's kind of a blue-collar Igor.
I've prepared everything, but what's to be done?
If there were only a single drop of it still left.
But there isn't any.
I refuse to give up now. We'll try radiation.
Just in general.
Have you gone mad?
Yes, yes, I know it's madness, but I'm willing to take any risk for her.
You know very well it's useless. Her scar tissue is forming again, and radioactive treatment is effective only against Derma-25.
Annette. She mustn't suffer like this. But there's always surgery. An insertion.
You're out of your
Yes,
mind.
that's it. It's the only possible solution. I'll transplant directly from another human being those glands which produce Derma-28. From another woman, a young one.
Extra glands.
You must be insane. You've gone mad over her.
I gave you my solemn word.
Now I know that I can't trust you. How will you ever accomplish it? By murdering the first woman that passes. And if the after picture no different, you'll kill another woman and another. But I refuse to be your
Monique.
accomplice. And if they ask for the truth, I'll tell. Do you hear?
Monique, come back here. Monique!
Did the argument alarm go off?
Listen to me, Monique.
Stop it.
I'm writing a letter
already
about how
set it up
bad
with
you
each other.
are.
She's lying down there alone.
It's not possible to save her. What can we do?
Look out for the
I'm
spike
willing,
trap.
So are you.
What more do you want of me? Sacrifice myself for her?
You're impossible.
Just keeps throwing clothes off.
Yes, it's true.
Oh, to have an
I'm
orb.
infatuated with her, but it will pass. Pass away. It's not love, really. It's a sentimental complex. It's only a compulsion, if you like. I want to dominate the girl, to possess her creatively.
Ah.
Help me in this also. Help me overcome this infatuation.
Oh,
Struggle
that's his
along with me,
tell.
and you'll
If he
win.
grabs your shoulders and talks into your ear or your face like that, that means he's lying.
Can't you manage to convince yourself she will remain like this?
Now ponder
Like
this
this.
orb. It's a good tweet. I'll give you that.
He has nothing to do with the two of us.
Who?
I promise we will send her far away. Far away.
We'll tell her she wants
will
that
forgive
too.
her. We will start all over again. And be successful. Please try to be the same intelligent woman you've always been.
I feel like you're doing blocking
You know,
for
I
both
would
of
kill
us.
1,000 times before I would admit defeat.
Okay.
Please, be reasonable.
Be reasonable.
You know that we're bound together forever.
He's an ear talker.
Forever and...
Fat ad. The original ad for his assistant said, "Must have tactical grippable shoulders, nice smelling ears, pivotal pivot feet."
Police Commissioner Bouchard, Professor Levin, aren't you?
Have we met before?
Pretty tall door
Your
you
name
have
is so
here.
well known.
Your photographs, your television interviews, Missy Buffet pathologist.
Marais, my assistant. I'm sorry we had to
No,
disturb
we
you.
barely just met.
You did telephone us, didn't you?
I'm all alone here at the moment. Shall we go inside?
Good.
Chief, I'm out of cigarettes. Do you mind if I...
Yes. Can't you go half an hour without smoking?
Wow. Okay. Anti-smoking. Weird.
What is it, Sasha? Why did you come in without knocking on my door? Did Professor Levin send you? I have a splitting headache. Oh, yes. Champagne. Where is
Champagne and surgery. It's a tough combo. One word.
What do you mean, Sasha? What's happened to Monique?
General malaise.
No. No, it's not true. I don't believe it. It's not possible. Monique! Monique!
Paralysis of the heart.
They navigate this apartment like bumper cars.
No warning beforehand?
Oh, yes. I've kept her under special care for almost 2 years.
I'll make out the certificate at once.
Without an autopsy?
An autopsy. I've already confirmed the diagnosis given by Dr. Levin. And out of consideration...
No. If it's usual practice.
Inspector, if the decision lies within my jurisdiction, I say no autopsy.
Oh, no. If one isn't necessary.
Absolutely not.
So it's settled then.
She was from Cherbourg.
I want a second opinion on whether we want that autopsy.
You will find her identity card and papers in her room. She suffered from dizzy spells and palpitations. I should show you something. Ah, here it is.
Some of my original Walt Disney cells.
This is her most recent electrocardiogram. I kept it where she wouldn't find it.
Better
I
show
couldn't
this
bear to
to
part with it.
pathologist. For me, it's Chinese. You know, Professor, I'd say I know you intimately.
Oh,
Oh, does that amaze you? Well, it doesn't take a long white beard to be a scientist and a famous one. But I know your articles, I've read your interviews, and I saw you on television when you returned from Japan.
you remember the
Oh, by the
Santa
way,
in the public park?
These strange-looking bottles, are they from...
Yes, Hiroshima. A process of deformative fusion of bottles, glasses, and ceramics near each other. The people of Hiroshima sell them as souvenirs.
Well, anyway, it's a rather shocking sight. And did you remain a long time there?
Sit down, please. For 8 months. At the Japanese Institute for Radiological Research.
Oh, how interesting.
Please.
Thank you. I gave up smoking. Then you've had a close look at those poor creatures.
Certainly. And from then on, I've devoted my life to such research.
What research exactly?
Are you acquainted with the field of genetic mutations?
Yes, vaguely speaking. Frogs that after the
Vaguely
atomic explosion
speaking.
produce frogs.
As a hobby.
Exactly. Suppose that mutations could be made permanent or not, as we please. Imagine if this were so, what extraordinary developments it could lead to.
If we could only find the
What
secrets
you
of
mean
the
is exploit
ooze.
Sahara by extracting its advantages. The bad which justifies the good, is that it?
Yes. We
More or less, I suppose.
take the fun parts of the horror
During your
and...
television interview, you showed some photos that were most interesting.
Oh, yes. They're in this album.
May I?
Please do.
Can you?
Poor wretched people. And the psychological consequences in these victims?
That's a most intelligent question. Well, the relationship between body and soul has not yet been established.
Not yet been
A
established.
problem we can
It's pending
identify.
further research.
Or am I wrong? Well then, Doctor,
My God, what have I done?
I've made out the certificate. Paralysis of the heart.
I've stolen Edward Snowden's facial hair.
What's that?
She's dead.
Stop!
Ah!
Stop! Let's go to the police!
Pier 69. The Gate Bridge. came a long way just to have another scene, didn't we?
Today I'm glad to be alive. Thank you for making me so happy.
I didn't want you to get the impression that you're a prisoner there, on my account, through necessity of keeping everything a secret.
You're kind of a prisoner on someone else's account, honestly.
The water.
Yes, I'm sorry. Isn't there any music?
Jeanette, you're so distant.
Oh, Albert, please don't make me explain.
All right. No explanation.
Suppose that the escape from the zoo would lead to tragedy. But who, if not a wild beast with the most ferocious instinct, could
I
have
wanted to
killed
hear
the
some
poor
music.
girl with such savage fury? There is no doubt that the girl...
Albert!
Is this some sort of rap?
What is it?
I feel cold suddenly, and my face is burning like the other night. The night Monique...
Don't get excited. We're going back home.
She's allergic to hearing about zoos.
Your glasses.
I'll magic trick our way home. Did that car just rewind? The PCH!
Jeanette is upstairs in her room. She won't wake up for several hours. But I want you to watch outside her door and don't move from there till you see me. Put this stuff somewhere else.
And put some more rabbits in my hat.
Save her at any cost. I give my life to save her.
By God, I can hear myself think.
Transplant the glance of another woman.
I have to put out my shoulder.
Sacrifice myself for her.
Yes, another one like Monique.
And if the after effects are the same.
Who the hell is saying my thoughts?
Until I save her once and for all. But I don't have the courage. I don't want to kill again.
Everyone knows you, your articles, your interviews on television.
Yes, I know. But who, if not a wild beast?
Help me, never-ending bong.
Could have killed the poor girl with such savage fury.
They don't have microwaves yet, they just have waves.
Number 25. Exactly, number 25.
My clothes! They're done.
Can create a monster.
A monster who doesn't fear killing. Who doesn't
Yes,
suffer and
clear,
kill.
yellow, okay, not bad. Smash! 2, 1. The chair has been reduced to chair bones. Somebody's fishing for him. This is what happens if you become incredibly bored. I should never have sat down. What the hell is going on? Ooh. The edibles I ate 10 years ago are kicking in. Shit. Oh. I held my pee too long. Oh.
Young lady,
Hey, it's late.
come here. I'll give you anything you ask.
All right. You really gave me a
Okay,
turn.
I'd
What are
like
we
a...
playing, hide and seek?
What was she expecting? Did she think he was one of those rogue nighttime hide and seekists who do it for tips? It's a fartus. We get it. Use cyber vape. He's been Martinized. Back to a clockwork silver fox.
Janet. Are you convinced now?
Oh, but
Think, son.
His hair actually looks a bit better for the journey overall.
And without this obsession for your looking glass. I know, you're thinking of yesterday. I'm still upset myself. You're afraid the cure will not be permanent.
You love only your
You're
Hummels.
mistaken. Now it's only a question of cell growth. I've already solved this problem. We must allow the cells we've regenerated to achieve lasting stability, nourish them artificially for a time. And especially with a
With
transplant.
bottled formula.
Yes, it must be done. And it must be done more than once.
It must be done every hour, on the hour.
Why are you staring at me? I told you I'm tired and upset. I spent the whole night working in a laboratory so you could wake up as you are.
how many more times will you have to treat it?
A few. Very few. No one hopes so more than I do. You could never understand what it has cost me to make you well again. And yet, all I would have to do is tell you. To make you realize how deep...
Maybe he should have been a massage therapist.
No!
Whoa!
Leave me
I
alone,
take
okay?
it back.
Please go. I must get dressed now. We can see each other later out in the garden.
He loves a built-in pool cue. And figure out your shoulder thing, man. Whoa. Meanwhile, in the mirror...
Hello?
Is it me you were looking for?
Still on board the Garonne. He's now in Cape Town.
I have a communication for him. It's very urgent that I reach him. If you
Cape
possibly
Town
forward
ladies
a
sing this song.
Certainly, by airmail. He has a stopover on the return voyage. Please don't mention it.
What?
Excuse me, Sasha. I haven't any more cigarettes, and you know I only smoke this kind. Please go and buy me some.
Is smoking a theme? It must be a theme.
While you're at it, would you mail this letter? And get something for yourself. Oh, no, please take it. Do take it. You will remember to mail the letter.
He's gonna need some sort of corner store in a minute.
Dear, my darling, nothing has changed between us. At least not for me. And I need you desperately. Dear, I'm afraid.
Fanfiction's coming along nicely, yes.
Did very well. Yes, I know I can rely on you at any time. This letter of hers. No, I won't say a word. Don't you permit her to be out of your sight when I'm not around. And disconnect the telephone the way I showed you. Sasha, this evening I have to do some work around here, and I don't want to be disturbed at all unless I call you myself. You understand? Run along.
Should have thought about where I was going to put that before I lit it, but guess the table seems to be doing all right. Put your shoulder on my kneecap. Whoa! Exterminate!
Mirella! Mirella!
I told you they'd be here. Hey, you.
What?
What are you two doing around here?
Ah, what do you suspect?
Get on home now. Aren't you afraid you'll meet the gorilla?
I'd rather meet him than some men I know.
What the? Are they the municipal street harassers on bikes? Touch the wicker curl. Hey, it's a Suicide Squad guy. Inside a wicker house, there lived a hobbit. I gotta go pee again. That means we need to do another ad. This is really good so far, so not gonna ruin it by saying anything extra. Hey, how's it going? Back again, back again, back again. Let's kick it off. The Wicker Man, starring Nicholas Cage. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's a creepy globe. I told you not to sneak up on me like that, globe. Is that a tiny door? Tiny chair? Tiny room. Scootaloo. It's got a keyboard floor.
Come on, hurry. Get the bar set up. Hurry. Why must you always be late?
Which movie is this one?
Well, look who's here. Yeah.
Yay! Oh, wow.
How are you?
Ugh.
Tell me you've been pining for me.
Well, I have, if you want to know.
Hi, Yvonne. Am I wrong, or are you getting fatter?
It's becoming, isn't it?
It's becoming a bit of a problem.
buddy.
A carton of cigarettes if you play me something. But only for me here.
Let's get with it, boys. We got a pain.
I've invented a saxophone.
Down
Ooh. And a 1 and a 2. 1 and a 2. Say.
Reminds you of her, doesn't it?
A lot of shoulder touching still. Now we return to the other movie, already in progress.
Bagaron. That's Chamonix ship. And it's docked here today.
Fuck that paper.
Where's the key to the front gate? Hurry, come with me.
Wow.
Hey, lady.
It's a cat monkey.
No thanks. I'd rather wait down here.
Rawr. I want my monkey cat, monkey cat, monkey cat. I want my monkey cat, monkey cat, monkey cat. Hill of beans.
I can't believe it. Jeanette.
He's the only all-purpose sky pilot, ship captain, locomotive engineer for her.
You recovered.
He'll do anything with
Why
a
didn't you
hat.
tell me at the clinic when I looked for you? But they told me you'd always be disfigured.
Now we can be married.
Didn't you ever want to see me?
It was the truth, Pierre, the truth, I swear.
Didn't you know I looked everywhere for you?
Time to crate.
Jeanette, where have you been? You can let me know. Where are you staying? What happened to you?
Didn't you receive my letter?
What letter?
Oh, Pierre, take me away. I'm so frightened.
Of what? Tell me.
Oh. Oh no, they've graduated from touching shoulders to touching knees as well. He's drowning in the juice inside of a Casio keyboard. Quick, drive down that hallway.
And you're positive that she's the same person?
There's no doubt about it. And this one showing the stars was given to me at the clinic that's on her way disfigured forever.
Yes, yes. Photographs are the same girl, I agree. But I was referring to the person you met tonight. On the waterfront. You don't think that...
Oh, no,
perhaps-
Commissioner.
Don't talk about a better film.
But in the dark, with the fog and all.
But I know her. I couldn't possibly be mistaken.
There's no Jeanette Morino listed with the Bureau of Missing Persons.
But she's not a missing person. She's
Lighting
here.
by
I've seen her.
Caravaggio.
She has no relatives in town, even if she'd been kidnapped.
Listen, you know, I want to believe you. I
Now,
remember the
please,
auto
won't you
accident
sit in
which
front of the
Jeanette
key light?
Moreno barely escaped with her life. But this story of a recovery is impossible.
Yet she's cured, perfectly normal. It's her same face.
Now he's an astronaut.
But who would be likely to hide such a miracle as that?
Whoever it was who tried to kill me.
For what reason?
An hour ago in Rue d'Orme, Police Sergeant Brundell recovered a stolen automobile. This is the license number.
You want to rejuvenate me? How long has it been since I bothered about stolen cars?
The same automobile, a short time before, just about the same moment the assault occurred. Was stopped
I didn't say
on the esplanade
automobile,
where
sir. I
traffic
said
was ordered by patrolmen for land.
automobile.
Inside, as well as the driver, there was an unconscious woman.
Is he
and a
doing
doctor
close-up
taking her to the
magic?
hospital.
You see? Check the hospital.
I've already telephoned. There's no record of her.
Maybe he was taking her to a private clinic. The name of the doctor.
Well, Cholin didn't bother to ask him that under the...
Stop playing with your reusable
Doctor
pipe.
commandeered the first automobile he found.
Or a clever criminal who would say anything to avoid identifying either himself or the woman.
Jeanette.
She's the best a man can get.
But there happens to be a real doctor who might give us some information about this miraculous recovery.
There's a doctor in town.
Will you let me come with you?
Yes, but on one condition, however, that... No, I'll tell you in the car.
What? How am I supposed to know?
Ah, Good evening, Professor Levin.
I was just admiring your jugs.
Oh, this is Police Sergeant Durand.
Thinks of himself as a detective.
Excuse the interruption if we're disturbing you at this hour, but passing in front of your villa, I thought, why don't I leave it up to you, Professor Levin, to clarify a scientific problem we have? You were so extremely kind to me when we met each other that time before, in those unfortunate circumstances.
Oh, yes. My poor assistant has passed away. Monique Riviere. You may go, Sasha.
Sasha. He's a strange one.
He's my factotum. Cares for the garden more than anything.
Mm-hmm. A mute. The soul of fidelity, an expert with flowers.
20 pounds of coats in this room alone.
Anything to suspect him of.
May I offer you a drink, Inspector?
Yes, yes. Let's be comfortable. We must try to make it easy for Professor Levin to forget that we're policemen.
I've got the thermostat set to 55. I hope that's okay.
Got them as a souvenir of Hiroshima. Interesting, aren't they, Durand? You don't have to blow smoke under my nose.
Excuse me. There you are.
Learn to sit.
If you please.
You too, John F. Kennedy.
Now then, Inspector.
I'll make it brief. Look here, Professor. Have you been following in A-Class Soir all that Tommy Rod about Sadok, the monster?
Not so safe. Tommy Rot is the right word for it. Cheap, sensational journalism. Chief?
All right, go out.
Chief sensational journalism to you.
But I still don't comprehend.
The time before, I asked you a question which you were kind enough to say was intelligent.
What?
About the psychological reaction of the victims of an atomic explosion. Well, then, perhaps my own supposition will be an absurd one. But think of the ships that arrive here from Japan. And this, Sadok. Is it possible that he's one of those?
I see.
Those what, Jim?
The recurring factor in these cases of the wound from the throat to the sternum. The obsession of a vindictive-minded man who's been poisoned.
The wound from the throat to the sternum. That's what I like to call a broken heart.
The vampire of the atom age who wants to recover.
Exactly. What do you say?
The hypothesis is melodramatic, but not to be excluded.
Is this the meeting of the Coat Club?
You just said the hypothesis is melodramatic, but the fact that you don't exclude it altogether puts me, how shall I say, more at peace with my own conscience. We mustn't let our feet get too far off the ground.
Chief, photograph?
What idiom are you speaking in, Chief?
Excuse me, I had another purpose in coming here to see you.
Oh, is he going to Columbo him?
Look here. Examine these two photos. Do you believe that a woman reduced to such a state as this might recover altogether? What I mean is without any scar, without a trace.
I should say not. This state of disfiguration is permanent.
Nevertheless, Professor,
Let me do the talking, Durand.
Nevertheless, what?
There is someone who swears that he's seen this woman, the way she was.
That's impossible.
And if
well, let me tell you about the way
I
she
don't know a
looked.
practice we never heard
Any
of.
man who had discovered one would be a celebrity.
Because of all the women he could process.
I imagine so. All right, then. This other photo, which was submitted to me as proof of her actual recovery, must have been taken at some time prior to her accident.
You've got to quit printing out Facebook.
It is. The signature was not dated.
Ah, right. It wasn't. And besides, even if it had been, it could easily have been fake.
Professor, I'm ready to swear that these...
Durand.
No swearing.
We've been
And no
disturbing you long
smoking.
enough. We're most grateful, Professor.
I'll accompany you.
Murray, we're leaving.
Murray.
Durand.
Come on, Duran. I'm hungry like the wolf. Flower crimes.
Professor, you must feel rather lonely here. Such a big house. Don't you have a new assistant?
You think it's so simple to find one? And moreover, I'm enjoying a period of repose right now. I merely study for relaxation.
You know, Professor, what I envy you is your gardener, Sasha.
Really? A bit difficult to believe that.
No, it's just that I'm a flower gardener on my days off. Imagine, Inspector,
I'm a
he
flower
only
girl
works at night.
myself.
Maybe he's expecting a frost.
I know what you mean. You're dying to have a look inside that greenhouse. But I don't think at this hour.
No, indeed. Sasha would be delighted to have you look in.
I'll wait for you in the car.
What for? Why don't you come too, Durand?
This way.
So, Coat Club continued out into the veranda.
This is Sasha's kingdom. There are his plants, there are his roses. Sasha, you're honored. These gentlemen have come to admire your beautiful greenhouse.
I'm honored.
It's really beautiful, too.
Well, you ought to know.
So, nothing else of any interest. Sasha's always busy with them. He doesn't even have time to read mystery stories.
Yes, and no wonder.
Well, good night, Professor. And excuse us again.
Sasha, accompany the gentleman to the gate.
Durand, aren't you coming? Good night, Professor.
Good night, sir.
How dare. Coats on coats. Yes. The sweet, delicious nectars. Oh, yes.
Jeanette. What is the purpose of this autopsy?
She's
Now,
been
Doctor?
planted.
I've already arranged for the body to be exhumed, and I must ask you to proceed without any further argument.
Very well, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Wow.
Garage, I want my car at the door in 10 minutes.
Good morning, Doctor.
Did he just tell the garage? Oh.
Cigarette, Chief?
Was that close-up magic?
Listen, Marais, I've just had an idea. I want you to keep that Viller, Professor Levens, under observation.
Why?
Yes.
Viller?
Well,
Some kind of clown in the
you
door.
want a good lesson, huh?
Would you like a jelly, baby? Is she ringing the door? Was she dialing the door? Was she strangling the door?
Sasha! Sasha!
He's not a dog.
Sasha! Sasha!
Still not outside.
Janet! What are you shouting for? What's
Sasha.
wrong with you?
No, let go of me. I want to get out of here. I'm afraid.
Of me? Of the man to whom you owe everything and who loves you? You're not telling the truth. You want to go back to Pierre. But I'm going to save you now in spite of yourself.
Yes, I want to go to Pierre. I don't care if I'm scarred for life, because I know now that he will love me anyway.
You think so? Then you're
I'll go
smart,
to Pierre
old,
like I just don't care.
embryonic skill and all but invisible. But if this action is not arrested almost immediately, you will turn into just what you were before. Yes,
Never.
the thing will get worse. It will devour you bit by bit. It will transform you into an animal, like a monster under the very eyes
Like
of
a
your
monkey.
Pierre.
I don't want to stay here anymore. I don't want to.
You're not allowed to not want to.
I give you my word of honor. It will
Oh,
only take a
your
few days,
word of honor.
perhaps only one day to make the final application. And then you'll be cured forever. Free to go where you please and with whom you please. If you're ungrateful enough to leave me for a man who has done nothing for you, you deserve nothing else. But until you're cured...
Now, we paid a lot of
don't
money to
try and
rent
walk
these
around.
four-post
try to be
bedpost things, so please use them in your blocking.
Look here. I'll even give this back to you. You have no more reason to kill yourself.
God. It's just...
What is it? Who? The police. Inspector? Pierre.
Inspector? I hardly knew her.
Who is here?
Who's here?
You were hiding behind that lace the whole time.
Pierre.
Pierre.
Sasha. Let her go. Yes. Run to him. Let him see you like this. Go away with him as you are.
Like what?
Remember, I gave you my word, and I shall keep it. It will be your decision then. In the meantime, you will help me to finish it. It is not Albert who is speaking now, but Professor Levin.
Our bear?
I have to win, you see. This is all I'm asking of you.
She is gonna leave a bear for Pierre like she just don't care. Kind of crazy that the whole thing started with a dare.
You You wanted to see me, Sergeant?
I'm sorry to disturb you.
Why be sorry at all? Disturbances are part of your profession.
I'm not really a policeman.
Oh, no? Then please explain why you dared pass yourself off as a policeman, and for what reason the commissioner...
It was my fault.
I'm a hot
I was
cop.
anxious to learn more about your research that I asked permission to come with him. But on the other hand, coming here so late at night and not having time to explain...
Sit down. What should you have said?
Now, what were you
You
saying?
had a personal interest in the case of that unfortunate young lady. What is her name again? Ah, yes. Jeanette Morino. You know,
He's
you
a
were not
flasher,
very
and he
convinced.
could go off at any second.
Yes, I guess I wasn't. You're right, Professor. It's true. The photo of Jeanette with the signature was really taken before the accident. But I know I've seen her. I know it was she. She, Jeanette. Yesterday, in front of me. Beautiful as before.
Go.
I talked with her just as I'm talking with you. And if they hadn't attacked me right then...
You were attacked?
Yes, and from behind.
Oh.
Because I know there's some mystery concerning Jeanette, and I was about to learn it.
You love her, that is evident. I wonder if you had parted with her sentimentally, I mean, before you were actually separated.
How did you know that?
I'm also a psychiatrist. Don't forget it. You are now
Damn,
suffering from an
I
obsession
forgot
to
it.
find her again. You're capable of seeing her and every woman you run into. And perhaps yesterday on that very same pier where often before Jeanette was waiting after a long voyage...
No, it was no hallucination. And how can you explain the attack on me?
Well, maybe an attempted robbery.
This guy had gaslights installed.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time on the waterfront.
See? And perhaps the night was foggy. Perhaps you'd also been drinking a bit.
Perhaps you'd been...
No, I wasn't drinking.
I was eating.
It was she, all right.
Eating water.
Will you please tell me what you wanted me to do for you?
Please help me to convince the police. Tell them that this miraculous recovery is possible. They'll go on looking for her.
Did you just
And for a
hypnotize
woman,
me?
not a phantom.
That's to be excluded.
Then you advise me to give up every hope?
Sure.
In your position, I would say yes.
Good advice. Very
I love her
stoic.
too much for that.
An entirely different woman. Yes. A woman
Oh
who is
no,
no
he's
longer
going
yours.
in for the side talk
Doesn't
again.
love you anymore.
This is what I'm excluding.
I feel like we're gonna get
I see
hand on
there's
shoulder
absolutely
in
nothing I
just a
can
moment.
do.
Oh, okay. He broke it.
Very
He
sorry.
goes in for the clinch very
Thank you.
often.
No, there's no need to thank me. Why should you?
There's one door for
Gotcha.
each of us. Ta-da!
Accompany the gentleman.
I hope I see you again, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. No, why bother to give me your name? I don't think there'll be any further occasion to see each other.
Hashtag brutal, hashtag wrecked. Oh my god. A whole house vapes. That's his walking pipe.
You could hear his voice. All you had to do was open the door, and you didn't do it.
I didn't do it because...
You didn't do it. I was sure that I could rely on you. Now wait for me here. If I leave you alone, it's because I have to do still once more what no other man ever did for the woman he loved. Tomorrow there'll be nothing here. Oh, if I could
Nothing?
tell you the truth.
What do you mean, the truth?
You must wait for me. I'll be back in a couple of hours. Follow it. Step on it.
Very good. In his automobile. Have you arranged for reinforcements?
In his
Take all
automobile?
precautions. Exactly where is he at the moment?
At the theater. Front row seats to the war. Incredible.
Let's take a seat. Is this seat occupied?
No, indeed.
Let's join our D-Day already in progress. It's the national meeting of the coatsmen. Nay.
Can you see all right?
Watch yourself now, Buster. Let's not start on your bed, huh?
Huh? All right, gentlemen. Collars up.
Thank you.
Now to begin the 5th annual Detectives Convention. Which one of us is in jail? Oh. Is this his secret other family? Not the Tucker Inner. What is going on here? Is he just GTAing his way through town now? But why is he climbing a battlement?
Yes?
Scaling a parapet, you say?
Another woman. In the waterfront neighborhood again, but is the woman dead?
Why not?
Yes? Yes, naturally. An alarm throughout the zone and declare an emergency.
That was a near miss.
Professor Levin?
He sat through the whole film and then he went out. Gerard Skellington. We're waiting here for further instructions.
I told you, Chief.
Were you both inside the whole
Well,
time?
we both took turns.
He didn't move once.
Not one.
Let's go in.
Leroy.
Well, what are you up to?
I'll come clean with you now, Chief. If you won't let me chase that then I'll chase you. As you can see, it's your fault.
Well, from now on, you mind your own business, get me?
That's your orders, Chief.
Oh, he's got a hat and a hood. He's gone big on the coat front. Is this a movie within a movie?
Where was he sitting?
He never moved once.
Where was he sitting, I asked you?
Right here, Inspector, in this row here.
All right, feel the
Sitting in
seat.
this seat.
And you never let him out of your sight, huh?
Well, I slipped outside for a minute to buy some cigarettes.
But I never let him out of sight.
And who was there sitting next to you? If what I think is true, you'll be back in a beaten uniform. That reminds me, what was he wearing?
Now beat that uniform.
Yes, what did he have
You
on?
could see that he was wearing a camel hair coat, Inspector.
Yeah, that's like opening a phone book with the name Smith. He sat here, you say?
Right here, sir.
Where were you two sitting?
We were back there. That's right.
Canoodling, sir. Yes, wet, just as I thought.
Inspector, headquarters told me I would probably find you here. The autopsy I did on Monique Riviere. Incredible. I'll never be able to forgive myself.
You mean like the others?
And this stuff, what do you think it is?
Motor oil?
It's blood, there's no doubt about that.
Love?
I don't know if it's human or...
And what else do you think it might be? Have it examined right away. The rest of you come with me.
Hey there, Sauna Banya. Yeah, I do this. I've been doing this a lot lately, just trying to blind riff movies, just for fun. Glad you could join today.
I don't want to lose her. And I no longer have the courage to kill, not even to save her life.
Somebody's talking again upstairs in his head.
I felt this evening. I'm not what I was before. I'm not the same. I have to tell her.
Swinging from post to
I
post.
failed. But I don't want to lose her. Jeanette, please forgive me. It's too late now to make any difference, and there's nothing more I can do to help.
He does this all night. Sacre bleu.
As you...
Ugh.
No. It's impossible. The treatment has taken effect at last. We are saved. You hear me? Saved, I say. Come, get up now, Jeanette. We must leave here immediately.
I don't believe you.
But you're completely cured, and it's forever. It was I who did it. Just when I began to think that... Come on, get dressed. Don't lose any more time. We must get away from this place as soon as possible.
Get away?
Yes, at once, I said.
No.
He just keeps
Lost your mind.
undressing, redressing.
About this time.
The police were here.
Don't ask me to
A lot of
explain it to
shoulder
you.
work here.
I don't want to. Hurry up now.
I'll hurry, but I'm not leaving with you.
Jeanette.
You made me a promise, and this is the decision I've made.
Jeanette, I want to mind you here. I've even killed for you. I've hurt you. I've unleashed a horrible force within me that I can no longer control.
Horrible farts
You
within
alone
me.
can help me stop it. Tell me that you will never abandon me now.
No!
You begin to understand now.
He turns into an
You will run
eyebrowsman.
away with me. It is my only hope.
Murder.
The man you came to for help and who loves you so much. It all depends on you.
Let go of me!
His philtrum is getting longer.
Traitor, and murder the man who condemned himself for you. I have that much courage at least, because in a moment or two you will go mad. Mad with horror you don't know.
He's completely lost upper lip control.
It's better that you don't look at me. But believe me when I say you can still save me. If you would say to me,
No, I can't bear it!
no. So you say no. Well then, get dressed. I'll give you 1 minute and no more. Coming with me whether you want to or not. I don't know what will become of us. It doesn't matter anymore. But you'll never see your Pierre again.
Yar.
You are mine. Mine. I
Go
tell you
back
right.
upstairs.
Now get dressed.
Albert, have you no pity?
That's what I ask of you.
My precious.
No!
Something's going on that veranda. And the world's tiniest man springs to action.
Let me go!
Oh.
Let me go!
Away with
No cause for alarm. Doors and doors.
No! Help! Help! Help!
Fuck that light. Kind of a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The classic battle of light coat versus dark coat. Stop wrestling on the piano. You can only flip a table once, remember. Ooh. Oh, and he got the chair. He's bringing the chair into the... Oh, that's against the... yeah. Oh, oh. And the movie takes a turn. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. She drew aggro. Come on, Globe, step up. Under the stairs lived a boy. Damn cat's outside again. He really does swing from pole to pole. Arr. We've got you surrounded by coats.
Watch out! Levin!
Nixon?
Look there! Fire a volley through the window pane.
Jesus.
Come out with your hands up!
Arr.
Go from back.
Huh? Ugh. Even the good guy manhandles her. It was always you. He died as he lived. Psst. The old philtrum has been restored. What in the...
Take that man out of here.
And take the woman, too. Hey.
Well, come on, give me a light.
Okay. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Ah, yes, into a better man's hands. Oh, your daddy's rich, and your doctor's an ape man. So hush, little baby. The flowers of evil. Oh, that's it. Wow. That was awesome. That was great. Because it took so long to set up tonight, I actually want to just make this another double header. I want to make this another twofer. But let's do a little chat here. Okay, so what was that? Let's see. That was there was a gorgeous, beautiful, fantastically gorgeous, beautiful woman. She drove her Matchbox car off a cliff and got a scratch and sort of got a facial damage that seemed to look different in every shot, but it was enough that she was done. She was sneaking around. She was trench coating it. She was anime collaring all the way up. So she got together with Dr. Will Ferrell and his weird little house of horrors. Long story short, a lot of grabbing and swinging around from shoulder to shoulder and pole to pole. He did a little wolf manning. Eventually the army of the Longcoats came and somehow utilized some sort of movie theater floor juice evidence to finally, once and for all, force a final fight. And then he got stabbed in the back with a flower. I don't know. I don't know exactly what happened there, but it all shook out in the end. And I think that's a good takeaway. So I'm going to run another ad. I'm going to take a break here and look for a movie.